Hello, my name's The Jordan, and I'm playing something that's not VGC Draft League on this channel. What? I'm playing one of my other favorite games of all time. One of the only ones that rivals the whole Pokemon franchise in terms of time spent. The original Slay the Spire is infinitely replayable, infinitely challenging, always puts you in new, strategically interesting circumstances, and Slay the Spire 2 came out a few months ago, and I'm beating the top difficulty a handful of times. I can't say I'm the best out there because this is a popular game and there are other people streaming it, but maybe you've been taught a thing or two from my VGC videos, or you just like me, and I feel like I'm pretty damn good at this game, so hopefully I can impart something. I like teaching, I like talking about strategy games, y'all know that, so I'm gonna play. The ideal audience for this video is somebody who has played Slay the Spire and Slay the Spire 2, but this game is intuitive enough that you can pretty much understand what's going on immediately. We're fighting guys with a deck of cards, and we're gonna fighting progressively harder guys with better cards. I'm gonna play the Necrobinder because they're a character I always gravitated towards. Yeah, our deck starts simple. It strikes and defends, and these guys have health. They tell you what they're gonna do. You try to survive. But what's interesting is that even starting with the basic deck, the different characters sometimes tilt you in different directions, where you have, with the Necrobinder, this guy, Asti, who will take hits for you. He took that 6th bit of damage. I blocked for some, and these guys tell you when one of them dies, the other one will stop their turn in order to eat him. So that allows me to not have to take this guy's attack. This time I will have to take a little bit of attack, but Asti dies for me, and he's got 12 and 3 for, so I'm fully blocking that hit with 1 to spare on Asti. So what I think Asti provides for the Necrobinder relative to other characters is a little bit of consistency in the early floors. You get to play a little bit more defensively. You should lose less health because this guy is stacking 1 health per turn and is not going away until he dies. So I didn't lose a single point of health there. But you get a bonus in the beginning. I took upgraded card rewards because I want to start off with some good cards. This is tricky because all of these cards are significantly better than the ones I start out with, but which ones are going to be good now and which ones are going to be good in the immediate fights ahead? The Waterfall Giant is going to ask me to do 250 points of damage and to do it relatively quickly, otherwise this thing will keep scaling and explode. So I think I just go for the largest number because I don't know what synergies I'm going to have. Yeah, if I get vulnerable or weak, they're going to be twice as effective. I'll look out for them. There are good sources within the Necrobinders. But I'll take money. Money's we got a store we could take now, or potentially at the end of the act, or just save it till Act 2. There are a total of 50 floors over 3 acts. And the cost of this reward is 3 upgraded card rewards, and I don't get my first treasure chest. That is okay. I think I like to go to early stores with at least 250, maybe 300 gold, because the best things, the relics, are, if they're a quality relic, cost about 300 gold. So I want to be eligible for them, and I'd rather just wait. Every floor is a chance to get stronger, to get better cards. Every fight you take can give you card rewards that make you stronger, and so if you go to a shop without much to spend, it's kind of a wasted floor. Alright, 20 points. I can do 20 points of damage, so he dies. One of the easiest ways to block something is to kill the enemy, because they're not going to attack you for much if they're dead. Okay, so this is, I think, a premium pickup on the Necrobinder in general. Not only blocking, but weakening. So it's like it's linear block, and it's multiplicative in the sense that it gets scales. And once they're dealing 50 damage towards the end of the run, removing 25% is still meaningful. And it's going to be twice as effective if I get both of these things going at the same time. Alright, can I do 22 bits of damage? It looks like I can, so I don't even need to think about blocking. These are the parts that do rhyme with VGC and with many other strategy games, is that if you can play offense, sometimes you don't have to play defense. Sometimes. Like, I'm easily blocking. We got 6 Asti health points of last resort. These guys have been no problem at all. Sometimes they are, it depends on the order in which your cards are drawn. But I don't have souls yet. I think I will take, you often fight groups of enemies, and the ability to dispatch damage to groups of them at the same time is pretty relevant. I think a lot of this game comes down to things that can be intuitively understood on your first run, but also the game rewards you for playing hundreds of times, 200 times, because you know all of these guys, these enemies you might be fighting, they test you in different things, and I know there are a fair amount of challenging group fights that I will like to have some, what I call AoE damage for. So giving up these potions that provide a one-time burst for a card, and an upgraded card. Upgraded cards are better than they were. They're just better. I would prefer quality over quantity. When it comes to drawing 5 cards, I'd like them to be better. I don't think this is going to be good, so let's get something better. Okay, weak and vulnerable are twice as effective. I will take the vulnerable. It allows me to do more damage. I think I'm strong enough to take this guy, and the elites give you relics, which I haven't gotten any yet, and those are things that make you stronger that don't require you to draw them, that don't require you to pay energy for them, and so they're often some of the best things you can get in this game. So, this weird-looking mofo is the Skulking Colony. He will attack me every single turn, and I can only deal up to 20 damage to him per turn, so I'm probably going to take some damage, but it's worth it. We got health to play with, we're going to spend it in order to get good things. I think that is the approach. You should walk in where you start with 50 points, and if you leave the act with 50 points, it means you didn't take enough risk, and you didn't get enough good things, and maybe that's going to come back to bite you when it's Act 2 and Act 3, and enemies are a lot harder. Like, I'm going to choose to give up 2 here, so that I can KO them next turn. I think giving up 2 now means you give up, on average, less over the course of the fight, because I wouldn't have been able to block there. I had 1 defend, and so I think that pretty clearly showed us the right call there, but it always depends. So Asti can attack. If they weaken me or lower my strength, that's not affected. That doesn't affect Asti, but I don't know if that's kind of thin at this point. You can skip. You really do not have to take cards. I like that these 4 pickups kind of synergize. They all do damage. They might provide some scaling opportunities, so I'll be picky. I think I'm strong enough to fight another elite. Campfires are good, they let me rest. If this fight goes well, I'll take this elite. Otherwise, pathing can be important here. If you take excess risk, you die. And so, but if you take no risk, you probably stall out before the end of the run. What's up, Sewer Clan? I really like how relevant just a couple of points on Asti that's going to stick around turn to turn. Block doesn't stick around turn to turn, and so it is the key for your consistency. Yeah, only being able to block 5 that turn, but having 10 stored up from Asti made it so, what, I'm going to take 0 again? This is the highest difficulty, believe it or not. I say this, it's going to be hard. It just depends when it is hard, because there are a lot of things that are randomly generated, and some things you will be prepared for and some things you won't. This is another group damage card. Vulnerable, we have scaling with vulnerable, and if you're going to bother to put vulnerable to status on someone, you might as well keep it going. If you apply vulnerable multiple times, then it'll stick around for more and more turns. So you know you're going to get the value at it. Even if you can't take advantage of it this turn, it'll still be around next turn. I think that's pretty good. We're not really blocking at all, and this guy will require us to block, so maybe enough. Maybe I should not just look at how to do the most damage. Well, if I show up with enough health, all right, we're gonna pursue the theory that as long as we move fast enough, we will not have to block much until later in this run. Sometimes you block by just taking 10 points to the face, but like that's fine when you have 41 to play with. The only point that matters is the last one, sort of. So this guy is very scary. He's threatening big damage. And when he gets to 75, I will be able to stun him there, but then he's gonna go for a 36 damage hit. And that's what I hope to do, is kill him right before that. So when I'm ready to initiate the second half of the fight is when I'm ready to end the fight, I think. Right now is one just has to block, and it's not going to fully block. I am definitely taking damage against the terror wheel. 22 damage, so this would cause him to stun, and I don't want him to stun. I'd rather enter the second phase of the fight where he's at half health, ready to kill him by the time he goes for his big hit. So game knowledge you are definitely rewarded for game knowledge, for fighting guys and eventually understanding their attack patterns. Yeah, I did not have to take it. This is called effing around and not having to find out. So we got offered a rare card. This is a block card that will keep making copies of itself, which is good. This is a whole blocking engine in one card. The risk being that you end up with a lot of low value, low impact, relatively low impact cards. They might flood your deck when you're looking for something else, but I'll take it when I've invested 0 into blocking. So 11, and then vulnerable with 4 energy, because this relic that I got from one of the elites says, first turn, 4 energy. I think I can get a KO, and we know these guys, when you KO one, you don't even have to live with the consequences. The other ones will just eat the first guy and not attack. So this is where you're rewarded for offense here, because I wouldn't have been able to fully block it, and I didn't have to because I had enough points of damage on turn 1. Yeah, this is... The people who play Slay the Spire will probably be like, wow, he's crushing it, or things have just gone really well. Maybe a little bit of both. I'll upload this run regardless of whether I win it all or not, if it's a good run. Okay, in Elite Fight, these guys will force you to slow the game down because when you hit them, they get 7 block, and so you kind of have to whittle them down over several turns. I will let Asti take some of these first hits, and that is plenty. This is exactly the kind of situation we grab a group damaging card. I would like one guy to be in range of dying, so if they... One way to block the hit is to kill them before they hit. So yeah, that's gonna do 16, huge. Yeah, look at that. That's a really good way to block the hit, to not have to take it in the first place. At the end of turn 7, deal 52 damage to everyone. So this is a big reward for the long fights, of which the bosses tend to be. I will get 50 damage off of that relic for free. I don't have to pay energy, I don't have to draw it. I can hold out for better cards, but I will need health. And this relic, when you rest, get potions. Not the best potions, but I will certainly take them for free. Thank you for the free potions. Okay, 250 points of damage. Let's hit him. I only have 3 attacks, so this is a 5 strength for the turn, so I want to use it when I get the most attacks in a turn. Ideally 4 or more, let's say. Actually, that would have been a totally fine use, because I'm probably not going to throw more than 3 attacks a turn. Oh well. Let's keep the vulnerable going, and if this will block some of the damage, that would be great. Minus 8 strength, we'll take. Okay, now Asti can take the rest. Thank you, Asti. Now, this is because he's gearing up for a big steam eruption that's going to do, every single turn he's alive, it's going to do more, and that's the last turn of the fight. I will have to survive that big hit. This is going to exceed my current health pool by the end, so I will need to move quickly so that it is not completely unblockable. I'm gonna need to give up. This is an ethereal card. If you don't use it, you lose it. That's okay. We have other cards that can win this fight, and I would really love to keep my health. Yeah, okay. This will be close. I think we're gonna win, but it's gonna be close. Okay, because I can throw 3 attacks and that's as good as any, and because he's vulnerable, that 5 will go further. Kaboom, he's debilitated. Huge damage. This is in the interest of tempo. That might have shaved 1 or even 2 turns off of the length of the fight, which means less time that we have to keep blocking and a greater chance that we survive. It is getting close. I would like to kill him this turn. No, actually, well, we got a good card for blocking and stuff. And the Asti health, if we can stack it up, then that's going to help us live that last hit. Now we KO. And we'll have to live 41. We keep Debilitate on him. If we get the weak, we don't need the weak. We're good, right? 28, 19, 47, 57. We're great. Blow yourself up, bud. We get a rare card. We don't do any dooms. This can transform junk if we take bad cards as like a consequence for something good. Turn them into a soul that draws. This is pretty simple and effective. You hold on to it until you have energy to spend on hitting a guy really hard. And you hold on to it so sometimes you won't have to block when they're at 50 or 70 even health because you have that ability to kill, which you otherwise would not have. Okay, so the Ancient Spoons are very impactful. You start the run with you start each act with a major reward. 4 potion slots and 4 potions is great. Upgrading our starter card to something better is good if we really invested in making Osti's health bar good, which we don't. So I'm going to be looking at this one probably. It's a skill that you get to automatically play for free at the beginning of each fight. So you pick that and apply it to that. I'm not sure if any of our skills immediately make sense. I mean, we could just get 7 summon for free at the start of each fight. Because whether they're attacking or not, eventually that will come. It feels like a kind of low impact, like we could certainly get a lot more off of the ancient rewards, but you gotta play with what the Spire gives you. And thank you. Yeah, and Osti's health scaled up the power of Unleash. It's going to be consistently useful, even if the magnitude of its usefulness is maybe not as great as it could have been. I will keep the Defy. I think it's a really good card. If you don't play it, it exhausts for the rest of the combat, and I would like to keep it even if we don't need to be blocking this turn. Because now he's going to burrow up and go for the big hit, and I would really like the reshuffle and for that Defy to come back. Right now we're just going to take some damage. Ouch. If we can do 37, we do get to stun him, so we don't have to actually take the hit. If we can do 37, which we cannot. 16, 16, yes we can! This game very much rewards being able to do math. It helps you out by hovering over. 16, 9, 9 is not enough. I will deign to defend. Maybe the order might have mattered a little bit. Don't move fast. I tend to move fast. You can pause if you don't know what any of the cards do, but I want to keep it action-packed. I like to live on the edge a little bit. Okay, I don't like that he got to burrow again. Well, he was almost dead. Oh, the Stone Calendar did it for me. Easy peasy. This can be a win condition card, because what if you play 10 ethereal cards? We've got this, we got that, and well, that's it right now. But we play these guys multiple times a fight, and I think eventually the end bosses have 500 health. We're going to need to get up to a very large amount of damage, and I think that this can be a way to do it. I'm going to somewhat speculatively take it and say it'll be good in long fights, and if we get other ethereal cards, it'll be very, very good. I won't give up Stone Calendar. I'll pay for a relic. 2 health every fight. We'll take it. This little asshole tries to take your card and like permanently steal it from your deck. So if you're not aggressive enough, that's going to happen to you because he's going to get away. He's going to attempt to just flee with the pull from below I just took. Bruh. I want the Debilitate, making this vulnerable twice as meaningful. Yeah, we're so ahead on our damage. Just kill him with one more hit, right? Easy peasy. Take my pull from below back. The main thing I think our deck could use is some immediate block. I mean, these are our 2 block cards, and they are perfectly good, but what happens if we don't draw them on the right turn? So, weak we know is more effective. Doom is supplemental damage. It'll maybe make the difference a little bit, but I'm not super sold on these choices. So should we be picky? Because Slay the Spire is often about dealing with the immediate problems in your path. We're gonna have to fight some guys that are gonna start swinging hard at us, and we would like to have some block. But I want to believe that we can get great cards. I want this team, my deck, to be a team full of great cards. Yeah, losing 9 strength, I think, is a more impactful defensive card, because if they're attacking you 3 times a turn, you've probably seen some enemies already do that, that's like blocking 27 damage, blocking 9 3 times, so it can be very big. And that was a lot more than the 8 that other card was offering me. These guys, if you don't kill them quickly, they put toxic something or others in your deck, so I will be willing to take some damage in order to end this fight quickly. Yeah, these are take 5 damage apiece, but like if I can kill this guy, the tide is turned, I think. This was worth it, I think. I could probably take 0 more points of damage. Untrue. I take 5, 10, I take 3 more points of damage by blocking here. But now I can KO, right? Or I can get close enough. Okay, this is another win condition card. I think of win conditions as they can do a huge amount of damage or a huge amount of block over time. The hardest fights are the ones where you can't just blow them away, and you're gonna need to get a lot of damage, and every debuff. Batting counts, vulnerable, weak, debilitate is itself one, vulnerable, minus strength. Plenty of reasons to take this card. It can be a big win condition. I think it'll be a helper. It's not kind of the main thing, but I think it'll pull its weight. It's sometimes hard to play a card that costs 2 of your energy and doesn't do anything immediately, but it will. I have faith. So we can block this guy, get out of the way. Okay. And then 44 damage. Not bad. Yeah, and this guy likes, so if you can fully block him, then he then wastes a turn, he gets off balance, kinda cute. And this guy will sleep for a couple of turns if we don't wake him, so I'd rather deal with his minions first, if I can. Yeah, we fully blocked by killing them. I think that is your plan A this time. He's blocking, so fair enough. Oh yeah, so that's a +9 on every debuff, including Defy. There's a 9 points of damage. Definitely is gonna pull its weight over time. We'll block just to save a little bit of Asti, gives us a little bit of buffer so that we don't take as much damage on bad draw turns. Yeah. You're not going to die most floors, though if things go poorly, this is a challenging game and you can die pretty quick, but our job is to leave the fight and win the fight, and we will, but within those bounds, your job is to win the fight with the absolute maximum number of remaining health as you can. So I'd be willing to stall out the fight a couple of turns if it allows me to save a couple of points of health. These are not exciting to me, get lost, mediocre cards. But an upgrade sounds good. Yeah, so the higher and higher our lethal range is, the less and less we actually have to block. If 70 damage is as good as dead because we just have the ability to kill them when they're at that point, then it is effectively blocking. And tempo is good because a lot of enemies are scaling up their own strength or other capabilities, especially as this run goes on. Yeah, I'll take a 13 rather than a 9 added to every debuff we do. This guy summons a lot of little babies. This is one of the reasons we have group damage cards, so we can deal with them. We have 11. We can make one card free to play energy-wise, and I think this is worth it. Also, you only have 2 potion slots. More potions are going to come randomly sometimes, so I would like to be able to take it when it shows up. Okay, so we're taking this because we don't have a lot of defensive cards in our deck. Do we need to play our defensive potion? I mean, say yeah. I don't say we need to. I'd say it'll be a good use of it. If it saved 7 there, and if it saves more, it saved a couple there. All right, how many ethereals have we played? We played 2. This has not been an impressive card just yet, but I still have faith. $12 and 12. Okay, it would be nice if we could have just not have to live this hit, but we will. Let me have lethal. Give me the big golden killer card. Oh yeah, this being still a 0 energy cost. Super good. When a guy has minions, if you just kill him, that's enough. This is considered a debuff, adding Doom. So it's like 5 block and 7 sometimes damage. You'll see it when it sometimes makes a difference or not, but it's going to be 13 immediate damage once Slay the Flesh is in play. That might be enough to say take it. Okay. Kind of a marginal, but I think the main reason we would die right now, we're trying to maximize our odds of winning. They're still not 100, they're still not even 60, I would say. It's anyone's guess whether we're going to tackle the hardest fights. Necrobinder sometimes runs out of steam just before some of the harder fights, the hardest fights in the run. Because they have the smallest HP pool, sometimes you can just fall a little bit behind. So these guys are totaling 17 damage, will block. They only take 9 at a time, so I will have to kind of do drips and drabs. Yeah. Okay, that is not full blocking. Should we take 10? It's got 26 total, and we only have 16, so we're gonna get a full 10 block worth of value out of this. It'll translate to 10 health we otherwise wouldn't have had. And it allows us, I guess, to not even bother blocking right now. It basically only did 10 for us, but get out of here. But, you know, more potions are coming, so might as well make room. I like Defy. I think it is a kind of a premium bread and butter card for the Necrobinder, and we have synergy for it. That it's a debuff. It is doubly effective. You'll find lots of synergies packed into the 75 or so card pool that each character has. These guys, I think, might be the fight that kills me the most. They are no nonsense. All 3 of them tend to attack most turns, and if you don't kill them within 1 turn of each other, they keep reviving, and this is the kind of fight that really punishes you for not having enough offense, is that you end up playing whack-a-mole and you never actually kill them. They are threatening 24 points of damage. I think I will try to sneak in my damage. And normally, you'll see, if you haven't seen yet, my approach is to try to remove 1 enemy at a time. They can't do much if they're dead, but these guys are one of the main exceptions to that, is if you target 1 but you're not ready to kill the others, they will revive 2 turns later. So I'm going to be splitting up my damage and try to put myself in a position where I can kill them all on the same turn or so. And I'm going to take damage. It's kind of guaranteed because, well, yeah, they're threatening, 34 damage, and I have 0 block. This might be a time to throw a weakening potion. But the best way to block, as we've already seen, is to kill the guys. But if I kill this guy, I don't think I can actually kill the other guys next turn, so he will come back. I don't know if that's worth it. So 8 damage, they weakened us. After this, I don't think these two together KO. Just do this. 7. It'll die after Doom. Doom is, it's like a tiebreaker here. Okay, time to take lots of damage. But, no, we have the most mediocre cards during a pivotal turn. Look, we can block, but feels like we are not actually close to ending the fight anymore. Yeah, because we were putting some debuffs on them, but he comes back and he's all fresh. This is the time to use our extra energy. We definitely would not be able to play all our cards and still wouldn't be able to, but every card play is going to help here. Because this is going to add 13 on everyone when I apply high 5, as long as I can play them both. Oh, this too. Doom will add, but I really want this damage. Oh, this is it. So that your burst capabilities, I think, is the main takeaway from this fight. You can't burst down a guy with 500 health, but a lot of these fights will allow you to not have to block a couple of turns because you have that ability to kill right then. These are not it. More incentive to take ethereals. We already were willing to. Draw can be good. I'll take it. But yeah, this is going to be a hard fight. This boss, he threatens to eat you if you don't keep playing the escape cards that he gives you, so it's kind of a waste. You waste your time, and he also threatens a fair amount of damage. I'm just going to fully prepare for this. I assume this is going to be pretty hard. So just use my potions. This will hold. This will hold if we'll retain. Wait for a turn where we can devote more energy to it. Yeah. So yeah, in 4 turns you will be eaten and die. Not good. So we're going to keep that timer moving backwards if we can. But these frantic escapes also increase in cost when you play them. Like, you're not going to be able to block this fight forever. You have to move fast enough, or you will get eaten, or just killed the old-fashioned way. I think this is the first fight we'll pull from below is going to make a huge impact. So we're going to try to play the ethereal cards when they show up. So that will be, because we're not going to be able to block all the time, we're not going to be able to attack all the time. He's kind of pulling us in different directions, but when we attack, we want it to be hugely impactful, and so pull from below is at 3 times now. I took the Doom because, again, every debuff is a plus 13 from Sleight of Flesh. 3 turns from death. Though this is good. 9 strength twice. I'll take that. Which means I get to back away a little bit. And then our newest relic, 3 thorns, is 3 damage to them on every hit. Losing that ethereal just off of the random card draw was a shame, but like, this is good. We are doing plenty of damage. Doing damage has never been our problem in this run. Though I predict we're going to get kind of close to death. 2 turns from death is not good. Summon 7. I think it's actually a greater risk to not back away from this guy than it is to just take the 7 right now. That I could have blocked, but... Alright, not a bad job, pull from below. Maybe not the hero we were hoping for, but it looks like we're there. 1 more hit. Get out of here. Okay, I like this card. Gives you a new card every turn once you've played it, and it's for that fight, and if you don't want it, it's ethereal. So it will, ethereal means if you don't play it, you don't use it, you lose it. And that means if it is a card we want, we play it and we see it come back on the next shuffle. And more importantly, it's going to really charge pull from below. This is a really good pickup that I think is going to help. And Oh my god. Okay. So this is the best relic of Slay the Spire 1 that comes from this guy. In now Slay the Spire 2, it makes all of your cards random cost. If we have big energy costs, that can be a good thing, in addition to the fact that it draws you more cards. It's not worth it here. Our deck can already win. We don't need to introduce randomness, even though in general it really helps us. We have some zero cost cards, and those cards are just going to get more expensive on average. So I will just take 3 relics. It's a relatively low risk, low reward, and the curse is still going to be annoying, but 2 energy on the first turn. Double your first instance of block each fight. This gives you free analysis paralysis, as in your first draw you can decide which cards you want to keep and which cards you want to drop for new ones. So the combination of us having a fair amount of extra energy on turn 1 with the ability to swap out cards if we don't like them means that we're going to have very good turn 1s. Like, we need to insist upon getting all of the good stuff out. Like, these are fine cards, but I want better cards, so actually I want that, but yeah, doubling our first instance of block means that's kind of all we need to get to drop some damage on them. 16 and 28 total. Let's block it. Exactly. Yeah, if you don't have immediate aggression, these guys take a fair amount of bites out of you, but this fight ended up being very easy because we had enough damage. Yeah, turn 1 is the most important of turns. They're all, the queen fight at the end of this run will certainly go several turns, but turn 1, if you can get ahead, you might be able to stay ahead. I don't need these cards. Wait, I'll take it because ethereal. It's a debuff, it'll charge pull from below. We're gonna focus on our win con here. Duplicate your deck is absolutely absurd. It's almost like it's the same. You're gonna draw it twice rather than draw it and shuffle it and draw it again. What it does is it makes you more resilient to curses if you were to pick them up, these dice don't give you curses. It will allow cards powers you only get to play once, you play them multiple times because you have 2 of them now. I don't really think that is necessary right now. The downside of bad luck is quite bad. We'll just take some downgrades. I want those cards that it downgraded and upgraded, eradicated in the same one. Okay, fine. But I want Slay the Flesh back because scaling cards, the cards that amount to the most over the most time, matter for the most important fights. How many times can I say the word most? We have 500 gold, and I would love to spend it before the end of the run, so it will be spent right here. We'll be fighting at least 1 elite. Alright, +2 on an attack, +2 on a defend, +2, or draw 2 when you play a power. +2 on a defend. Is there any that we hit multiple times, or this guy, +2 on every? This is the way. Yeah, this is where you get the most impact out of it. 7 for every ethereal card. Okay, 26 damage will have to live here. We'll just keep the blocks. As much as I would love a really exciting turn 1 hand, what we need right now is to not take excess damage. Thank you. Which one was from that? I forget what even. We've got plenty of gifts in the form of relics. One of them gave us a card. Oh, Page Storm. When we draw an ethereal, you get to draw again. So yeah, that certainly matters to draw 6 rather than draw 5. What are this guy's extra arms doing? Okay, if we have lethal, we're always going to play this card. Let's see. 18 and plenty? Okay, so, yeah. If you don't even have to block it in the first place, I think that is the way. We don't even have to block this in the first place, so we're going to let him take 6 points of Asti, but hopefully that Call of the Void that comes here is going to be enough to win this fight. Actually, we're all we got, we're all we need. This could be a good card. When you're banking on certain cards you're making really good, this is a card allows you to play it twice when it comes through your deck. Once and then bringing it back with Grave Blast. So I think that this is a reasonable pickup now. We want you upgraded. We want free stuff. Double damage. If we can line this up with Pull from Below, this can win us. We are still really not in the clear against these two double final boss at the highest difficulty. I think I want to try to come in with basically full health because I think we have enough stuff. We don't need to take on more risk. Every point of health may matter. And enchanted attacks, those are the things that we added something to. Do we have it? Oh, this guy, hold on. +9 on every one. This is huge. This is huge, huge, huge. And this might be the best potion in the game. I will just drop another potion so that I can hold on to this. When you would die, instead get a heal of 30%. Huge, absolutely huge. Sometimes we just have no way to block the attack, and that is our way of blocking the attack. I still have gold, so every 10 skills get 7 block. I'll take that. And I guess I'll remove a strike. Thank you for your service, strike. We only want all stars heading into the final fights. Okay, I will need to be able to block this guy. 18 and then this will be 5 after the doubling's over. Don't need you. 18. Okay, so this is an artifact. This negates a debuff. This would not do anything, so I'll just wait for another day. Every instance of weakened, vulnerable will chip through these, like so. Okay, burns. I will need to block those through those burns, but not too bad. It's next turn. You're rewarded for knowing enemy attack patterns, and I know that he's going to go for a big hit, and I will be ready to block, hopefully. Actually, I have no idea. Blocking is not really our deck's strongest aspect. Defy has certainly been doing a good job, though. Yeah, and the fact that weak is doubly effective, that cut him in half, that was very, very impactful. Yeah, we fully blocked that. Go Necrobinder. Damage, this is our turn. This is our time to get the hits in. We have only one more energy, though. Ugh, so much gunk. Stay vulnerable. So we didn't get to play our Slay the Flesh the first time it came through. Maybe we were distracted by other must-plays. But our damage has not been quite as good because we didn't have Slay the Flesh in play. I want this guy dead sooner rather than later. You did a good blocking job, but we'll take a couple here. Yeah. Look at that! Because it was doubled. That was a lot of multipliers. Multipliers stack, and that was what we have been waiting for. I will keep Defy because a really good defensive card, not only the ethereal pull from below combo, but more turns in which we can block means more turns while we wait for something really great to line up in our deck. We have an abundant number of really good things. We don't need gold anymore, we'll just take 10 health. You can read the event text, they're flavorful and fun, but I'm keeping this gameplay packed. This guy punishes you from playing powers, so we maybe won't. Unless we actually have the block, which we do not yet have. Thank you, Defy. This is just a long advertisement for Defy, one of my favorite cards in the deck for Necrobinder. when they really first released the game, it was giving you 2 week on upgrade, and then they like, oh, this card's really, really good. Let's maybe make it 1 week. Yeah, all of these ethereal plays are charging up. They count as damage later, once we play pull from below. So it gives us, it makes us more okay with just sitting and blocking, even if the guys are scaling, because it means we're scaling too. We're ready. In fact, I'm gonna play one more attack just to keep charging Pen Nib. These kinds of meta considerations, I can leave with 66 health, but I can also leave with a Pen Nib slightly more charged. So every little bit helps. I don't need, well, the 6th Doom is gonna be 6 and 13 once Slay the Flesh is in play, because Doom, it counts as a debuff. I will take it just for that. 2 more? It's almost like we're putting too many eggs in this basket if it doesn't come at the right time. This is just going to increase the consistency of our damage. So Queen, the first of the 2 final bosses, of which there are a few options. Queen has her lamp dog guy mostly attack for her, and what's cool is that you only need to kill Queen, but this guy is dangerous enough that you do usually want to target him. Let's go it. All right, let's keep this because we have 6 energy and are not sure what we're actually going to spend it on yet. Oh, this is good. So was it ethereal cards that gave us that draw? I don't know. I want to play the ethereal cards so that I can keep them. And that's a lot of damage. Turn 1 already dealing that much. This is a Pen Nib. If we can hold on to this, we're doing double on our next attack. We save, we do nothing, so that we can take more advantage of that. 42 per. Should we block one more? Let's be responsible. Get our stuff into play, block. They're no longer vulnerable, so those eye-popping numbers are not quite what they were gonna be. But I'm not that concerned yet. So Queen attacks 5 times, so keeping Dark Shackles specifically for when she starts attacking once this guy's dead. So we'll just bring back... Oh, he's already weakened. This guy is seriously threatening some big damage. Okay, we're gonna insufficiently block, but what we do is keep our Dark Shackles. It might have been worth it. We'll see. Yeah, maybe just going for that kill when we had a chance and not getting Slay the Flesh into play was the move, but I feel good that we have Slay the Flesh into play. Oh, and I just wasted Pen Nib. Things happen when you talk and play at the same time. I still believe this guy is not long for this world. Okay, take your pound of flesh, my dude. But we're gonna not only kill this guy, we're gonna get started on Queen. I predict this turn. Yes. Lose 2 strength, but get an energy a turn. No, that's not worth it. These are the random cards that are coming from Call of the Void, and if we don't want them, we can just let them go. I want to keep the Defies, even if we don't need them right now. Okay, 45, not too shabby. Oh, how about 0? How about 0? That's when you get really big value out of... How much damage was that? 18 times 9, sounds like 170 damage. Our deck is working out. Now, the fight has not been riskless. We have another enemy, another final fight after this one. Okay, I will block. We can block. We are allowed to take a beat. Try to set up a... In fact, we can set up Pen Nib on 9 if we are feeling really good. 7? No, how about 9? Alright, test subject. This guy has 3 forms. The first form will punish you for playing skills. It's not that scary unless you're a deck that really depends on skills. I will play all the ethereals so that we can get pull from below as a late game win con. Yeah, so the skills, I don't care that he's getting charged off of this. This is worth it, as long as we don't die here. Like, we might die, but I'm gonna, this is the last fight. We're gonna play this. It gives us a draw per turn for 3 turns. Don't need it right now, but maybe next turn. Well, looks like we can still block. I really want Slay the Flesh in play. We blocked with the help of Asti and gave up a fear. This is okay. Yeah, this is gonna get scary if we don't kill right here. And we won't kill, so we need to block. But weak with double effectiveness, huge damage mitigation. And we're gonna take us some damage, but then they're toast. Very close to getting the hit the win the old-fashioned way. All right, let's get our ethereals, keep pumping up, pull from below. We can't even hit this guy. He is taking a breather. So I don't see what we need to be doing. Yeah. Well, we can play this because it doesn't necessarily target anything. It charges Pen Nib. This, he attacks one more time every single turn, so you gotta move fast. This is a race. You will not block this guy indefinitely. Hopefully we are ready. Take 2 little upgrades and 1 charge of pull from below. Oh yeah, and the thorns are gonna add up here because he keeps doing more and more damage, hitting more and more times. Pull from below, 9 times 6, 44. We have 1 extra life here in the form of the Fairy of the Bottle. I think we can still block this 1 more turn, but he's gonna kill us. We're gonna be on to our last life soon. 35, 38. Okay, so we're dead. Okay, so we're gonna live 3 of them. So we don't even need to block the last hit. The last hit is gonna be blocked with our Fairy in the Bottle. Let's do the extra 13. Or no, this is the most I can get. But yeah, we need to kill right about now. Okay, yeah. Hopefully we have just, oh no wait, we have all of our defensive cards, so we're going to be okay because we block right now. And we are still charging pull from below. We are focusing on the win con. And we can kill with Eradicate. Oh, maybe we get to kill his final form, 300 health. Swinging constantly. Yeah, the last form's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be close. I have no idea. I think our deck's really good, but you might just lose. All right, so he's intangible right now. We can't do more than 1 damage at a time. So he basically forces you to have to take this hit, and we will, luckily. But I really need to grab pull from below off of Great Blast, because I missed it on this shuffle, getting to play it at a time where it's not really doing anything. I mean, it'll do 1 damage 12 times. Oh, I wasted the... That would have won it. A doubled pull from below. I think we still have tools in our toolkit, but that was really not smart. This is maybe the time to finally slow down. We can block a little bit. We can put on the weak that we get from Grave Blast. But I don't... Okay, that was good. That was good. we can grab an undeath. So let's see if we have enough to live. 5, 5, and then grab a 9. So that's 19, and 19 and 1 is 39. Not enough. We must. Is there any better card for us to grab than the Defy? Dark Shackles? No, he's not multi-attacking. Defy. Defy is the best one. I don't know the math of whether we're going to live, but it's our best play regardless. So 28, 29. We're living on 1. We're gonna need to live another because I think he goes intangible again. We're gonna set up the big hit with Pednib. Yeah, as soon as we draw a Pull from Below, we destroy them. We've played so many ethereals. Look at this Pull from Below, 16 times. Yeah, every charge here is a pen nib or a tuning fork. We're playing the cards even if they don't do much. And we have Eradicate. How are we gonna block this next hit? Give us something, come on. We just get no block cards? Like, what's his face? Dark Shackles would have done this by himself. Okay, now we're gonna do a somewhat controversial strategy of start the fight over. The Slay the Spire developers are fully aware that that the save point is at the every time you beat a fight and start a fight, and there are lots of things that can go differently. The things you randomly draw will be exactly the same. There's nothing you can do to jiggle the randomness until you just win off of better randomness, but we might be able to make better decisions. And for me, it's about decisions. It's about this game that gives you so many interesting decisions. Our deck gives us so many good tools, so that I think we want these 3. Is this what we did last time? Maybe. But that I want to see if I can do better. That's a test that I enjoy. And when it's a single player game, play the game the way you like. If you want to call this a loss because I'm trying a replay, fine. But I'm playing here, and I think I will be very proud if I can squeeze a win here in what looks to be a very challenging close fight. So now we're gonna be smarter about our pen nib usage. So we're not gonna play this to grab something. We're just gonna play the most damage that gets doubled. We could have saved it for Eradicate, possibly. Giving up Fear. I think this might have gone the same way as last time, but double effect on weak. Good, good, good. Can we kill? We can kill by giving up Dark Shackles, which I don't want to do, because Dark Shackles will trigger Slay the Flesh. We'll do this. Got 7 more. Okay. Having to do the last two forms of the fight on 13 health doesn't sound super exciting to me. Something tells me the first phase went worse than it did last time. Or definitely not out of it yet. We're gonna be aggressive with trying to get this kill before we think we might be ready. 14 times 3 is what we can do right now. Not yet. 13 on every debuff. That's how we get there. Yeah, so we're blocking while getting damage is a pretty good combination. 4 damage, okay. Dark Shackles coming in clutch. Actually, we save it one more time because we can block, right? No, he's already weakened. We must Dark Shackles. Oh. Might we block after all? 9, 4, 1, 6. Nope. We're good. Oh, okay. Let's watch for all. It's hard to keep track of all of the things you have. Yeah, we're gonna need. So I'm happy with Grave Blast because it will allow us to grab something from the grave, and it's gonna be a defensive card. It looks like to me. It's gonna be Defy. Just a casual threatening me for 45 damage. It looks like we can't block this, so this is when we just use the Fairy of the Bottle for full effect here. So we got 3 energy. 1 will obviously be spent on this absolutely massive playmaker, but every skill play helps us out, every attack play can help us out, and this is 1 more ethereal play. Go! Okay. Okay, so they're gonna be intangible, and next turn I think we've got them by leaving a little bit more power in the tank and not wasting it. In fact, we should not throw a single attack so that we can double eradicate next turn. 28 times 3 is 90, but which is not quite enough. Can we get vulnerable down on them? I don't know if it's worth it to not attack. I mean, we actually don't do any damage because he's intangible, so I guess we don't attack. Okay, gonna be real close. We can get the kill right here. $28 times 3 is 84. Goodbye. That was Slay the Spire 2 on the highest difficulty, with 1 replay of the last fight. Asterisk if you choose, but I feel good about that one. Main takeaways, keep the tempo up. You will not be able to survive these scary scaling threats forever, and we made sure that even while we were blocking, we were scaling. Took on a fair amount of risk to get a lot of things, and they all did something or other for the most part. I think we needed basically everything we got in order to win that final fight. So that was Slay the Spire 2. I don't know if I'll do this again because I'm running out of my video software for the year, so I thought I'd use it by finally putting out a Slay the Spire vid. Folks were talking about it in the Discord. If you got to the end, definitely let me know. I would be very curious if any folks watched this, enjoyed this. I would be happy to impart what I think about the other characters and how to win on the highest difficulty with them. So with that, have a good day.